Okay, Karan, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello everyone, my name is Karan Malpani. I'm currently pursuing BSc Economics at Gokhale Institute. I'm in my second year of education. Well, that's it.
Okay, so Karan, I'm interviewing you because I have to, interview the users for my healthcare project that I'm currently doing. So
All right.
I will ask you questions about your health and what preferences you have when it comes to accessing healthcare. So how
All
has
right.
your health been recently?
Uh, I consider myself as a average to good, healthy guy, kind of in that space. But yeah, I don't have any serious illness or any chronic diseases.
Okay, okay. But do you face any health issues on a daily basis, or maybe like something that you've been facing recently?
Actually, no, nothing of that sort.
Okay. So let's assume that you get a cold or a fever. What's the first thing that you do when you get any kind of symptoms of these conditions?
Uh, Being a kid from a family who talk a lot, we first let our parents know, and they will probably become home doctors and suggest you some sort of medicine, and you take that medicine. And if it's not that serious, it might just go away in a day or two. But if it doesn't, then after 2 days, maybe we go and see the doctor.
Okay, so you're saying that you will try home remedies first,
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
or am
Home
I?
remedies or tablets which I've took in the past, which have worked for me. If the same thing happens.
So like over the counter medications like paracetamol or
Yeah,
stuff like that, Dolo 650 or whatever.
yeah, yeah, right.
Okay. So tell me what you think about this idea of a platform where you can access healthcare from your phone or your computer screen.
Well, that would be really good and very actually. What's the word? Um, it would be very fast and very
Convenient.
comfortable for us. Yeah, convenient. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so you're saying that it provides you with convenience.
yeah, yeah.
And would you prefer going to a clinic physically over this online thing?
No, yeah, no. I would if the online thing is genuine and if is really helpful, I would prefer that, of course, because the amount of waiting time that we have at clinics these days in the country which we live in, it's crazy. So yeah,
Okay,
if
okay,
something is fast, I would like it, and it has to be genuine.
okay. So, what more reasons can you give for preferring an online medium over a physical medium?
Well, firstly, time saving time.
Yeah, time is like you're saying, queuing
One
and
of
all
them.
that.
Yeah. Then like yeah, it's like convenience. There are many parts in convenience. So
Okay,
time is one of them. Then I can contact the people at my own time if you get it like
okay, okay, okay. You're saying that you prefer to have the ability to talk with doctors or experts whenever you want,
yeah, 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 definitely that is one of
instead
those
of
if
like you having to dedicate a specific time of the day
yeah.
in the weekend
Yeah,
or
and you
in the
have
week.
the thing is when you make an appointment, you have to be there and you have to mostly be on time considering the amount of people that want to speak to those experts.
Okay,
So having that transparency with the other like the experts would definitely help.
okay. So this is one thing that I wanted to answer, right? So let's say someone which you go to regularly, an expert, a doctor, he has a lot of waiting time, yeah, because obviously because he's good at what he does, and so you have to wait maybe like a week or two, to get his appointment.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But you know he's worth the time, he's worth waiting that much. So let's say if you were not tending to yourself, or maybe it was for someone else like your parents or siblings, but you have to choose between these two options. One is you have a trusted expert who's in this industry for many years, and that's why a lot of people go to him.
Yeah,
And then you have this particular platform where you have these experts. Sure, their credentials are there, but we Indians tend to trust experts who are recommended to us by
yeah,
other
yeah.
people
Okay,
through
yeah,
word of mouth, like say
yeah,
our
right.
relatives.
Yeah.
So what would you prefer between these two? You have
Well,
to think about also the fact that for the guy who is very he's experienced and he knows.
the expert which is online is really experienced and knows a lot about the subject as well. And then the second option is uh, the expert which has been referred to me by the people I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. No, so personally speaking, I would, I might,
Also there might
I,
be the uh the possibility that the expert online might not be as experienced as the person you have in the physical form,
yeah.
so he might be someone who's just starting out, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years of experience, something like that.
Okay.
But yes, he's the same type of expert. Let's say one is an experienced cardiologist and another one is just fresh, not fresh, but like someone with less experience in cardiology, but he still
Okay.
has experience.
All
And
right. All right.
the more experienced person is recommended to you by your, let's say, relatives.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, uh, it depends. What was the waiting time that you told me to wait for the
Yeah,
physical
maybe let's
appointment?
assume 1 or 2 weeks.
1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or no. So if it's something serious, I would definitely not wait for 1 or 2 weeks. I might take two opinions, but the thing here is it's all about the opportunity cost. So if the doctor, the expert physically, the one which I'll meet physically, you're talking about, if he has solved the cases before, and the cases like like my personal the relatives which I know who suggested him to me, and if he has solved their cases with great diligence, then I might just wait. It depends on the person, but I feel like 1 or 2 weeks is a lot of waiting time, and I might consider the online option which is available.
If you are facing an emergency, are you saying?
If it's an emergency, then fastest guy. Obviously, I'll prefer the fastest treatment.
Okay, okay. So
As long as I know that there is a genuine doctor on the online platform, and it's not just some random guy just messaging me what to do.
okay, okay. Uh, what do you think about? Have you used this app called Tracto before, or have you used any of these online healthcare applications?
Uh, Actually, no, I haven't. I think so. Practo is used. What is it used for? I'm not sure.
You just have to use it for immediate consultations.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So for me, my visits haven't been very frequent. At least after eighth grade, so I'm in second year right now, so there were no apps back in the day, and now if I go it's very rare, so I just end up going to my family doctor. I give him a call and just make an appointment, and it's fast unless and until it's a Sunday, so yeah, I haven't
Okay,
used
so
an
you're
app.
saying Sunday is an exception. So let's assume that maybe you have some issue on Sunday. So what will you do then?
Well, I don't have a very good option, but I might just end up calling a doctor in my family and just telephoning them who don't live nearby what is actually happening, and they might just know what medicines to give to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's then it becomes online because obviously there are no clinics open on Sunday. So
Yeah, I mean, even on, if you talk about these apps, maybe if you have noticed, even on Practo, there are sometimes very less doctors available on
all
Sundays.
right,
It's like a
yeah,
universal holiday.
yeah,
So, would you be more inclined to using a particular application if it specifically provided experts on these types of holidays? Or let's say after hours, after 12 a.m., where you usually don't really. Uh,
yeah, right. Okay, so would at any time you're saying
yeah, yeah, yeah.
at any time, yeah, or yeah, I would definitely prefer like to have that option, but it has to be viable and genuine.
Okay, so your only concern for that is viability and integrity, you're saying.
Yeah, integrity. Yeah, it has to be real.
Okay, okay. But if it has, if that app or that platform has provided you with the credentials of this particular expert, which you can verify by yourselves,
Yeah,
like let's say his, you know, certificate of degree, post graduation, specialization, and then you can check out reviews, you know, of other patients who have taken consultations from this particular doctor.
yeah,
So, what more do you think you might need in order to gain some kind of trust in that moment
yeah.
on that person?
Okay, so for gaining the trust, if there are enough reviews and obviously the certifications which you told me, if they are present there and I can look them up, and if that all is available, I don't think so. I need anything. I yeah, that works for me.
Okay, so you're saying reviews
Yeah,
is like a major, I guess you can say,
yeah,
uh,
definitely.
major point in
Yeah.
considering one or another
Yeah,
expert.
that if there are options, I need to know which the better one is, and obviously, I won't have a person. I won't talk to them personally. So, by other people's experience, if I get to know how they are, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying like, but these reviews, these reviews can be faked.
Yeah. Well, that's a separate problem. They can be faked. Yeah.
So what do you? How would you, differentiate between fake and real reviews in time of emergency?
Well, the thing here is with the growing technology, reviews can be easily faked and personalized. So by just reading them, it's really hard to know which one is the fake one and the real one. So this has to be taken care of by the tech team of the application, where they can use certain, I don't know, technology to kind of stop the fake reviews.
Okay,
But
okay,
it's
okay. So
really
you're saying
it's
something
difficult.
like how, let's say YouTube maybe, or some other
Yeah.
companies, they do
Yeah.
have this policy or a team in place
Yeah.
to manage these frauds or fake reviews.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So would you be willing to uh,
But sorry, I would like to interrupt you here, but
yeah,
I would just like to say uh, the review part to a medical online application is one of the most integral part of the application. According, like personally, I feel that
okay,
because we I don't we generally do go to doctors which are reviewed to us by other people, our friends, our family. So having genuine reviews is really important.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, please.
We can move on to the next question. So
Yeah,
let's say you have not just these types of one-on-one consultations on this app. You also have other options like an integrated pharmacy where you can just order
Yeah, okay.
medicines
Whatever,
from that.
whatever the prescription the doctor has given me, I can directly order it on the application.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If that has been made into a seamless experience for you. So let's
Yeah,
say you open the app and then you try to find an expert for
yeah,
consultations, right?
yeah.
So would you be willing to explore this option of having to not go an extra mile for ordering your medicines, which can, automatically be ordered for you by the app itself, what the generated prescription that the doctor gives you, and then
Yeah.
it
Well,
converts it into, it automatically adds all these medicines in the same
yeah,
quantities and durations
yeah.
that he has given to you in your cart, and you just have to check out and order these medicines. So would you be open to this experience?
Well, yeah, definitely. If it's saving my time, because there have been many cases where I've for at least my dermatologist has given me certain prescription, and some of the creams are not available anywhere in like in my nearby pharmacies. So I have to go somewhere and like find the cream or whatever she has prescribed. So
Okay.
if I can get all of the stuff directly by like the seamless process, I would be up for it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying in this in the context of you visiting your dermatologist. So let's assume that you visit your dermatologist for an issue with your hair or your skin, which is not really something that you need urgent attention,
Yeah.
right? But you need to
Yeah.
fix it. It's
Yes.
some issue that you want to be fixed. For that, maybe you can go to the medicals manually and find wherever that specific medicine
Okay.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you are saying that you prefer it better that you can just order it. Maybe
Yeah.
if it might take a day or two, it's okay with you because it's not something that you need like urgently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So yeah.
what if that's something that you require urgently? Like let's say you are facing a case of uh, diarrhea. So let's say you have some kind of a bacterial infection in your stomach because you ate something from the street sides which was unhygienic,
Hmm.
and it messed up your gut, and you really need like medicines right now to stop it because it's harming your quality of life, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So no, definitely. Then we need to resort to the physical option, obviously, because it's urgent, and medicals are everywhere, at least right now. So yeah, I would definitely go.
I mean, if you check the app called 1mg, have you checked that?
No, actually, I'm unaware about that.
Okay, so 1mg is something which you can just use to order medicines, and they provide these options where they just have pharmacies nearby, you know urban localities. And if
Yeah.
you order something from the app, they just send a delivery guy to the nearest pharmacy
Yeah.
around near your location, and they take that medicine and deliver it to you on the specific day. But it takes
Yes.
like 2 3 4 hours, maybe 4 hours of buffer, I think.
4 hours is a lot considering it's an emergency or I need treatment immediately. I need something. So if I'm alone, then I might like,
No,
and
you
if I
also have to consider the fact that for instantaneous relief, the doctor might give you something which you already possess. So these are
okay,
medicines that you have to maybe take at night or at day. So let's say you're given a dose of antibiotics, right? So
yeah,
antibiotics you have to take like at night or in the morning usually,
yes, yes,
because that's the usual dosage guidelines for that. So if you took a consultation in the afternoon, you'll obviously have to wait until it's dinner time to start the dose of the antibiotics. So until
Yeah.
then, the doctor might give you some home remedy to have some instant relief from that.
Okay.
So you have
So
to take that into consideration and then answer this question. Will you then be more willing to prefer this mode
so
of transfer
so
medicine?
actually, I'm a bit confused. What are you saying that I already have the antibiotics and I
No, no,
still
no,
need
no, no,
some?
no, no. I'm
Okay.
saying that you can order the antibiotics, right, from the app,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Okay.
let's say it's taking you 4 5 hours to reach to
Yeah.
your house, but you anyways have to wait
Okay. Yeah.
until
I have to
night
wait. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
to
All right.
start the
Yeah.
dosage.
Yeah. If I have enough, if I have enough time to order those and take, and if I will be able to take the antibiotics on time, then yeah, that's I would order them online definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
As long as the medicines reach me on time, I don't have problem with any medium.
okay, okay, okay. That's one thing. Then the another thing that we have here is, let's say if you're yeah, so you're already saying that you're open to this idea of online healthcare, basically.
Yeah.
So another suggestion that I might have is, what if the application provided you with an option or a feature where it gave you multiple things which are related to healthcare. Let's say it has a complete package, like everything under one umbrella. So we have instant consultations. Uh, right now, we just discussed the e-pharmacy options. What
Yeah.
more healthcare options would you like to see in this type of app? Like, would you be open to this idea first of all of having everything under one umbrella,
Uh,
like a one-stop shop for
yeah,
health,
yeah, yeah.
for
Okay.
healthcare?
Uh, Apart from pharmacy and consultation, what else is there to healthcare? Like
You have insurances. I think you have um,
insurances, yeah, right. But the thing with insurance is there are already enough online players existing in insurance,
okay.
like Policy Bazaar and I don't know, I forgot the name of the other ones, but I think so. Insurances are like being done online a lot recently. I think so.
Yeah, yeah,
At least the application process.
yeah. But obviously, this insurances the
Okay, yeah,
options that the app will provide, they will have their benefits if you if you sign up for these insurances from this app itself. So it may give you discounts in consultation fees, or it may give you
yeah, yeah.
discounts in medicine fees.
Yeah, well, if it is that way, and if I'm applying for the insurance which I want to apply for, or like which I've researched, and if I'm getting free like discount on consultations, that would be nice. Yeah, sure. But the problem here is if yeah, the health checkups which need to be done for insurance or the tests which need to be done, they definitely have to be offline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, another thing that we have to talk about is these blood tests. You can also include them in this app, right? So you can
Yes,
just
the app people have a guy and they'll send it to
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
and yeah,
So I
okay.
think they call it something like phlematologist or something. So these
Okay, yeah.
guys, they just you just order the test, right? And the guy comes to your house wherever you are. He just collects a blood sample and he sends it to the lab for tests.
Yeah.
So how does that idea sound to you?
Yeah, that is actually nice, but the thing here is the guy who is going to take the blood test has to reach me in time as well.
Okay,
Yeah, it's about time again because he he has to be there on time so
but
he
then
can
you
take
have
the
to
blood test
consider
and
that. you either ways have to travel to the pathology
Yeah,
lab if you
yeah.
want to
So
submit the sample manually.
yeah, so if the thing here is, if I suppose if I go to a diagnostic lab,
Okay.
they take my blood there and they start working on it immediately in some hours maybe, uh and I can go there anytime I want. But if I ask someone else to come and take my blood test, there might be a delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I
So
mean, if it's like a few more hours than what it would take for you to manually reach the pathology lab.
yeah, so as long as the doctor deems it fine, like if the doctor wants it immediately, I have to go. But if not, if he wants it in, if he wants it on
I
the
mean, there's
next
obviously going to
day.
be delay in both of these labs, right?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not, the testing is a different part where they test my blood, but I'm talking about the blood collection. So the blood collection has to be done on time so that the doctor get the blood results on time. And as long as he gets it on the same day or the day he deems to be right, it is fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this idea of all these services under one umbrella, under one app?
Yeah, that would be very convenient again, definitely. And I would be a user of that.
Okay. What else can you think of adding to this healthcare platform? I mean, there are obviously options, right?
Well, general information about common diseases, like
Awareness, you're
some
saying.
what? Sorry?
Awareness, spreading awareness.
Awareness, yeah. That if the app develops a good user base, like
Okay.
a large number, then awareness, spreading awareness would become easy. Then again, raising money for the people in need can become easier in a certain tab where the people who want to donate or maybe do something, they can do it by. So the app might have patient data. Obviously the app will have patient data and consultation, and if something serious happens to a patient and they need money for treatment, their information and their consultation report can be made public if they want it to be public, so that the donors who can donate like through UPI maybe, and the if the app has got a large number of users, many people can chip in a little bit and actually pay for a good cause seamlessly through the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Crowdfunding, you're saying.
Yeah, that can definitely be made way easier with an application like this.
Okay. So another possibility that that might become a reality in the future is using AR or VR
Yeah,
to you know improve the diagnostic and treatment procedures. So, for example, one hypothetical situation we can consider is having an AR device, maybe in the phone itself through that app. You can just scan any part of your body, right? And
yeah, okay,
what the AR will do is it will just create a 3D diagram or a 3D image of your
yeah,
body
yeah,
part in the software, and
yeah.
then it will detect any issues that it's sensing in that part.
But the thing with AR is I am not sure if it can, like, I don't think so. We have the technology right now to do that.
Yeah, but like, let's
Like,
hypothetically assume that we do have.
okay, yeah, no, so. If we have certain technology which can scan our body, and if it is not that expensive, or if we have it on our phones, let's say, yeah, that would be really convenient. Yes, that would make life easy.
Okay.
But the again with technology, the scans have to be, exactly right, and there should not be any error. But technologies do have
Yeah,
errors,
obviously
so
this will not be on the level of a CT scan
yeah,
machine. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
obviously these machines they are there for a reason. They can scan
Yeah.
your body from top to bottom. These will be just like something on the surface, say
Yeah.
a bruise or a wound that you may have received, or some sort of skin issue. You know, I
Oh yeah.
think,
For yeah.
yeah, for now at least, I think the AR has the capability of diagnosing at least that much. Like you can see a real example is Google Lens, right? So you can just use Google Lens to
Scan
identify
products, right?
objects.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to think about this possibility of it detecting certain medical conditions, even if it's
Yeah.
like on the superficial level, on the
Yeah,
surface.
if you're talking about the surf, if you're talking about skin problems, and if in the future we have certain technology which can detect those, yeah, that is great, I would say.
Okay, yeah. So you can see yourself using this type of technology.
Yeah, as again, as long as it is accurate.
Okay, okay, okay. That's all the questions that I have, to be honest, for now. And it seems
Okay.
like you're in agreement in to all of them because of the
Y-
convenience factor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a guy who
So for
prefers
you, you're
convenience.
saying that convenience is the utmost priority. Like if something is providing you with convenience, you're more willing to
Yeah,
use that thing again and again.
yeah. So, there are two things: accuracy and convenience. If we look at the healthcare scene, and accuracy, even if we go to a physical doctor, I have seen some cases where they might diagnose you in a wrong way, and then you might take the wrong medication. So it's
Okay.
not like physical doctors do not make mistakes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but the thing is, you in a case where like healthcare can be done online, you need a lot of adaptation from the people.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, so
So a lot
for
of
me,
feedback you're saying.
yeah, a lot of, yeah, you basically you need a lot of yeah, feedback or users. Like if people are using it a lot, if a lot of people are using it, you want to be on that app and you would definitely trust that app.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so I, yeah, but I would still prefer accuracy over convenience. But if it's the right balance, and if I get the best convenience I get, and maybe a little bit less, the physical presence of a doctor, it's fine for me personally.
Okay, I'm just gonna write this down. So another part that I've got to discuss about is the interface of this app. So
Yeah,
how would you prefer the interface to be? So for example, if you have used multiple types of applications, there
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah,
complicated interfaces where
yeah,
you almost have all the control in your hand. But there are so
yeah,
many options that someone new might get confused, or let's say
yeah,
someone
yeah,
who's not so tech savvy, someone who's old, someone who's from earlier generations,
yeah,
and there are
yeah.
interfaces which are very simple, to the point,
Yes.
and anyone can use them. So which consist of like two or three
So
buttons.
okay, now so here I feel like majority of the audience on the application would be the old people.
I see.
Consider, yeah, like well, not that much, but yeah, like biologically speaking, and they would definitely prefer a simple option. And I think so there can be a like two modes to an application, where one part you can, like, suppose if it's a user who wants more personal preference, you might switch to another mode of the application, because I've seen it somewhere, I can't remember, but you can offer more yeah, so basically on Binance you have two modes, wherein you have a pro mode where you have a lot of options and you can do a lot of things, and then there is a normal mode where there are only a few options and it's more easier to use, but you cannot do all things.
Okay, so what is this Binance thing? Is something like fine?
It's related to cryptocurrency trading.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if that application provides you with these two options,
Yeah, that
One
would
for the power
definitely.
users and one for the regular
Yeah,
users.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. But um, what
I
are
would
the?
prefer. I would prefer if there are no two options, then I would prefer the simple and the minimalistic one over the complicated one.
Yeah, I mean, uh, right now you're talking about a cryptocurrency app, right? You have to
Yeah,
make mm, minute and accurate calculations and
yeah.
all that.
Trades, calculations,
Yeah,
where you
but
have
in
to.
this
Yeah,
context, you don't really have to do all that, right?
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think we can
yeah.
get by with a simple
Yeah.
interface with some features of an advanced interface. So let's say, for example, if there are women who have problems that they're not comfortable sharing with male doctors, right? So let's say that we gave them an option or a feature to filter out the experts on that app
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
accordingly, like male, female, and all that. So would you be,
yeah, yeah.
how,
That should
how does
definitely
this idea
be.
sound? Like a simple interface but some features of an advanced interface.
Uh, yeah, yeah. That's sorting. Sorry, filtering doctors according to your own preference would be a. I think so. It should be there, and yeah,
Okay,
that
okay,
would
okay.
be great.
So what more parameters do you think it should
Yeah.
include if we
So,
did include a filter option?
experience can be there.
Okay,
Like maybe age criteria can also be there.
okay,
If
okay,
people prefer elder doctors over
okay,
young doctors, and so then obviously which field they belong in,
okay.
and yeah, maybe the amount of online consultations they have done. So like plus 100, plus 50, but that would, I think so, that wouldn't help the experts, all of the experts on the topic. So I think so that would be the Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah, yeah,
some issue.
I think some, yeah, my internet had an
Okay, okay.
issue.
Continue
Yeah,
what you were saying.
yeah. Where did you, what did you hear last from me?
The filter options like age and all that.
Yeah, so uh, I was talking about the field which they work in, and their gender, their age, and also I was thinking
How
about
many consultations they have done?
consultations they've done. Yeah. So the problem with that is people with less consultations might not be used at all. But yeah, it depends on all of that. The
Okay, so just
reviews.
just because a doctor has a lot of consultations on this app under his wing, right, under his hand,
Yeah.
doesn't really mean that he's good.
Well, it uh, it's like what can I say? More people have consulted with him, right?
Yeah,
So I would see, for personally speaking, I would prefer speaking with a doctor who has treated 200 patients compared to a doctor who has treated 10 patients. But if the doctor who has treated a few patients has a better
record,
record, no, better record,
reviews,
um I would say better education, like education from a better institute maybe, then I
institute.
might, yeah, better institute. So like someone from uh some private college in Aurangabad, or someone from BJ Medical in Pune. And the Aurangabad doctor might have a lot of patience because he is like 5 to 7 years older. But and there's this BJ guy who is only has 2 years of experience. I might prefer the BJ guy. So that also is something which I might look at
Okay, okay.
personally.
So you're saying that if you were provided the option of sorting through which education that they come from, which institution that they
Yeah,
come
which
from,
institution that they come from. Yeah, yeah. That I don't think so. That is looked at enough. Mostly in our society, we only run by word of mouth.
Okay,
And
yeah, yeah.
that's why, yeah. But if I can look at the doctor's profile and know where his education is been
Okay,
done
so
from,
someone
I
from,
can
let's
enter.
say, Cambridge or Oxford would be more preferable to someone in India.
Yeah, yeah. If it's a local problem which they might not be aware about, then no. But yeah, if
No,
it's
I
like a
mean,
genuine.
I'm talking about Indians. Like, there are also Indians who have studied abroad
Oh,
for
okay. Yeah, okay.
higher
Yeah,
education,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like,
Obviously,
diplomas.
their fees would be more if there is any fees. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for those who might have the option to do that, that would be really good because yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so that's one thing that you're saying is the option of sorting them through
Institutes
the
which they've studied
parameter
in.
of,
Yeah,
yeah, the institution and the other parameters that you mentioned. Okay,
yeah.
and then I think
Yes,
you also have this. What do you call that? I forgot the word. Um, yes, as I was saying before,
yeah,
if you were provided with the option where you can see how many consultations a doctor has
yeah,
done, but also with you are provided with their reviews, right? So this
yeah,
many
yeah,
consultations has this many reviews, and so
yeah, yeah.
you can see on an average what's the rating out of
Yeah,
5.
yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
Uh,
it's like something you have, let's say, on Amazon or Flipkart. You have this poll of how many stars that users have given this
yeah,
product,
yeah, yeah.
the,
Yeah. So
regarding the quality of their service.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So if a new guy has a better record in small number of cases than the old guy having an average record, yeah, then I can go with either one.
Okay, okay,
Reading more. So if I have a certain case which might suppose the in the on this platform I can type what happened to me,
okay,
then I cut like my experience in general. And if I read that experience of the user and I have the same thing or the same problem, and if the doctor which the user consulted with solved the problem immediately or in a very good manner, then I might just end up going to the doctor, to that doctor. So because we have the same problems and that guy, the guy's problem got solved really
okay.
fast.
So you're saying you're also looking for relevancy to your issue.
Yeah, to my issue. Yeah.
So if you're facing, let's say, as we discussed earlier, a stomach issue, and you find a list of gastroenterologists,
Yeah.
and then you have reviews of people who had
The same issue.
similar,
Yeah.
not the same, maybe similar
Yeah.
issues like you had, and then their review was good enough to convince you that you would be willing to pay the fees, even if they're high enough.
Yeah.
So you don't really have a problem with the fees, right?
Yeah. As long as my problem is solved, personally speaking, again.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's a good thing, you know. It provides me with a lot of insights on how the
Yeah.
users might behave on the app. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I had to ask. If you had any opinions you had to give, you can, give it right now.
Yeah. Though, actually, I love the convenience part of this project which you're talking about. The only part I'm skeptical about is the physical interaction with the doctor. I think so. It might have something of importance at least to older generations, and kind of them to adapt to this application is a difficult task for you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's what we discussed earlier, right? About the
Yeah,
interface being simple enough that
yeah.
it can.
The interface. I'm not talking about the application. I'm talking about the difference between offline and online. And some people definitely, so there are many successes in online applications and like delivery applications and everything, but they take a lot of time and people need to adapt. But I think so our generation might start preferring online more than offline maybe in the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
I like this. I definitely like the idea.
yeah, I mean, yes, obviously you have the fact that older people or earlier generations, people from the earlier generation, they tend to trust people who they can see, feel,
Yeah, yeah,
listen
yeah,
to and talk to
yeah.
face. Eh, Even if you provide them with this video call option, they're still hesitant, right?
Yeah, yeah, right, right. They might
Because
still end up asking their family guy or someone,
yeah,
maybe.
because it's like there's some kind of a trust factor about someone being present in front of you.
Yeah.
It
But again,
provides,
if you can get their family doctor on the application, then they just might be cool with it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see nowadays it's already happening from
Yeah, right.
on Practo. You have almost everyone in the major
Yeah.
cities at least on the app. You can
Yeah.
just book it,
Like
book an appointment on the app
even
itself too.
so what these I have noticed, I live above a very renowned physiotherapist in our city, and I have
Live above, you
an
mean like
uncle, like in my
in your building?
society is what it's, yeah, in my building, yeah, sorry. So he's three floors down and his name is Dr. Gangwal. And I have a uncle who had a issue with his back, and
Okay,
he had come to India for a function, right? And he had gone for an appointment, and even after he went to the US he still had online
consults.
consultations with the doctor. Yeah,
Okay,
and then
so
the doctor might have suggested some treatment which he might have done there.
okay, like exercises or something,
Yeah, so I
rehab
have
exercises.
experienced this online thing.
I see. So that's one thing that if a doctor's good enough, that the users might go through
Yeah,
this online mode for them.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, definitely.
okay. Thank you for sharing your valuable insights, man.
Yes,
It's
man,
probably
great.
it's pretty late right now, almost like 12 a.m. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
anyone who's watching, we're conducting this interview at midnight. So
Our brains
if you
work better
sense
at that time.
a tone of boredom, you can now guess why. Anyway, man, thanks a lot for sharing your opinions.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
great,
yeah.
bro.
It was a great pleasure to host you for the interview,
Yeah,
man.
thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Cheers.
man. See you later, man.
Yeah.